Hello, how are you all? Right, I've been planning over the weekend what my next projects are going to be. So I've come up with 3 journals I'm doing. They're smaller than what I usually do, but they're all sort of nature themed. So we're going to have a butterfly one, a mushroom one and a bird one. So I've already covered these and I've sorted out the signatures in them. Got little notes where I want things to be put. Yeah, I think they're kind of cute, but they're all fabric covered, which is a bit different to what the journals have been that I've done before. So what I thought I would do is I would quickly come on, quickly she says, yeah, everything's going to go wrong, you know this, don't you? And just show you how I usually do the fabric journals. Now, this sounds really easy, but I've actually wrecked 2 journals doing this because I use wet glue. Now, I've done fabric covered ones before, don't get me wrong, you know, that's fine. I know what I'm doing, I thought. But what I did forget to do is actually remember what I'd actually used. And for the life of me, I can't remember. So, because I just do it. But I remembered I've got some of this double-sided tape that I've had for a while. I think it come from Crafty Devils, I think. But I think you can get quite, you know, there's quite a few places that you can get the really broad double-sided. So all I do is I just unroll a bit. I don't know if you can get in screen that well, but hopefully we'll be able to do this. So let me just move things. My desk is absolute chaos at the minute. Okay, now I've already pre-cut my board, so I'm all prepared with that. Okay, now all I want to do is I just place it down, but what I do is when I place it down, I make sure, I give myself a little bit extra here, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm not too bothered the fact that it's not level where I've cut it on the last one, because we will trim this. So I'll just pop that down. I don't press down on it too much at the minute in case I need to move something. This is really sticky, double-sided. It is a nightmare sometimes when you're trying to move it, wiggle it, you've got no wiggle room at all. Okay, I want this. Now, what I do, like with my other journals that I have done, let me just move that out of the way, I need just a guide to make sure that obviously I'm level at the top or the bottom. So I just want a piece of board, and I'm not too bothered if that sticks. I sort of press it down just a little bit just to give me a bit of a gap. And then obviously I need my spacer as well to put the spine in. So just pop that in there like that. I mean, obviously if you've got a different idea of how, you know, your way of doing it, then by all means please, you know, do it your way. This is just how I always do it. So all I do is I just put that up to the top and then just drop it down. And then this one I will press down because I don't want this to move. The other one isn't really going to move anyway, but I haven't properly pressed it down. Okay, and then all I do is just lift that a little bit up and then put it on the other side, like so, and then get my other piece, making sure I've not got bits of other fabric, and then, oops, see that's stuck there. Sometimes it just is a little bit fiddler because it sticks where you don't want it to stick. Okay, that's got my arm. It is kind of painful when your arm sticks to it. I'll take the pain, don't worry, I'll take the pain. Right, that comes off and that can come off there. Okay, now we can press that down. Okay, now I will get my scissors and I will just cut a bit of a border here. These are the Teflon coated ones, I think it is, from X-Cut. I've had them for a while and they do actually work, mainly because I kind of glued some scissors together and it was, I don't know if anybody's used you know the rolls of red tape, the red double-sided tape? I mean, fantastic. Do not get me wrong, they are really, really good. But yeah, you've just got no give with them, and using ordinary scissors with them just doesn't work. Okay, what I do is I flip that over. It won't stick to the board, it shouldn't stick to the board, and then I just burnish this, so make sure it's really stuck. I always concentrate more on the corners than anything, because obviously they're the bits that usually don't stick. So, ooh, nice. And then, let's get the thing. Don't worry if it's stuck. One thing about these mats, they don't, well, mine doesn't seem to stick. Ooh, although that's supposed to be Teflon, it has actually stuck. Okay, not to worry. Right, they can go to the side. Now, this is where it kind of got a little bit on the interesting side, because, put the fabric down. This is just like a linen-y sort of fabric, and I thought that was quite nice. Right, this is obviously bigger than I need it, and the double-sided tape is a lot bigger than what I need it as well. So that's fine, it's not a problem, because we're going to trim it down like you would an ordinary journal that you're using, paper, card, whatever. Okay, now this, I really do need it to sort of work with me. I hadn't actually done this sort of way before, but it actually worked. It's just a little bit fiddly because you just need to start the tape off. Okay, now what I do is I just bring it down. Although it looks fiddly and messy, it worked on the other, so I'm really hoping it's going to work on this now. Now I've said this and I'm filming it. But hey, we'll go with it. Okay. Now all I do is I pull it to there. Okay, and I get hold of this, get hold of the tape, and get hold of this bit here as best you can. Right, make sure your fabric's as flat as possible. Okay, and then I literally just plop it in the middle. There's no fancy terms, just plop. Okay, and I press the middle down, and then I just pull the other bit off. Not exactly how I wanted it to go, but that's fine. It's not a problem. Okay, and if any of it has folded up, that's not a problem either, because this is just to help it stick a little bit. Oh, do get off. Because when it all folds in on itself, it actually works really well, because you don't need a lot of tape or anything like that. Right, I think I'm going to try and trim this off. It's just not, it's not gone the way I wanted it to, which is nothing new. That should be okay there. Right, let's just trim this bit along here. Unless I can just undo that. In fact, sometimes you can just rip it off. Yeah, like that. Let's try just ripping it. Because it's so that it's not got thick bits. Yeah, we can even trim that with the scissors when I'm cutting the fabric. Right, now all I do is I flip that over, and then I get my bone folder and I just give it a quick rub. That's it. Right, flip it back over. There's a lot of flipping overs. And then I just want to get my scissors, and they're not my big scissors on. And then I'm going to trim it. So what I do, because it's fabric, I take it right, well, not quite right to the corner, like you do with the other thing. I hope you can see. Just take it just about a couple of mil. Okay, and then just, oh, it's a little bit awkward to do this. Right, okay. As long as I've got enough just to turn it in, that's fine. See, I can't use my other scissors for this because they don't cut fabric very well. So I have to sort of make sure that I'm not gluing these down. And I certainly won't use my fabric scissors. No, can't do that. I'm really proud actually that my orange fabric scissors that you sometimes see me use. I've had them for about 15 years. Yeah, I'm really... Oh, I've just realised... Oh no, don't tell me I haven't got enough. Oh, I have. Oh. Oh. I didn't think I gave it enough just then. It's fine. Panic over. Ooh. Told you. As soon as you start filming things, it doesn't work. It all just goes wrong. So I know that I'm not going to give... Actually, I'm not going to cut that because I just want to cut the double-sided off this one. Don't want to cut the fabric. Oh, sorry about this. It's really, really not playing ball. When I've done the other ones, it worked really well. I'll just use this. I shall risk it. Nope. It doesn't want to cut. I don't know why it's doing this. Because like I said, when I've done it, when I wasn't filming, and I was just coming up with the ideas, it worked really well. Everything sort of played ball, which is nothing. That's how it is for everything, isn't it? Yeah, this just isn't wanting to cut at all. Okay, let's just try pulling it off. Might actually be better if I just pulled it off, ripped it off. Because, and I'm not too bothered actually if I've got sort of straggly bits, so I'm going to leave that bit. Right, I do need to cut this corner, otherwise I'm going to completely wreck that bit. So, oh right, try some more scissors. Didn't want to know, so try some scissors that might work. I've got a bit stuck on there now. That's that one. And then I'll do this one. You can see everything that I'm doing. I'm sorry if you can't. What I'm doing, literally just trimming and arguing with double-sided at the minute. As you do. I've got all little bits of tape everywhere. Should look good when I've done it. Okay, this is good up to now. Right, now all I do, I'll start from this end. No, you can see it. Okay, right. Like with the other ones, I literally just fold that over, start from the middle, and I try not to stretch it just in case it does pull the fabric, because sometimes linen fabric especially can give a little bit. So then all I do is I just press it down with my fingers, and that gives you a nice smooth edge. Okay, and then I just get my bone folder and just run it along, and this bit here with the double-sided I can just stick that down because obviously we're going to cover it inside anyway. I'm not going to do that on this video because you know how to sort of cover the inside with the journal, but I just wanted to show you how I do a fabric one. And then just do the same. You sort of push it from the edge upwards to make sure that you really are covering like that, and then just press it down. Okay, right, now the edges, well, I'd say the edges is the corners, because it's got double-sided on. If you look at if it's not being ripped off, I just use my little bone. I've got to get one that's got a really good point on it because these are not very good, and then I just poke that in. I'll show you, I don't know if you can see it, I literally just poke that bit in so it looks, I don't know if you can see, I just sort of do that with it, and then that sort of folds that bit in. Do it with the other side as well, and then the same thing. Now all I do is I just sort of check if it's not quite, there's a little tiny gap there. I'm not too worried because I'm going to put metal corners on these anyway, so that will sort of cover that bit. And the same with that one. And also obviously you're going to have the card or whatever you want to use. So mine's going to have yeah, some nice card in it, hopefully. Just plain, it's going to have plain card. I'm not doing pattern because I want to use the fabric to do the, you know, to give you the pattern colour, however you want to do it. Okay, just do that one and that one. And then we'll just fold that over. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap on that one, but I'm not, like I said, I'm really not too worried because when you cover it with the card, and also you've got the metal corners, but obviously if you're not putting metal corners or anything like that on it, then you do sort of have to make sure that you are getting a good corner on it. But it's also because we're arguing with the double-sided. Right, that is your journal, your journal cover. Okay, that's how easy it is. Okay, we had a few well, I had a few issues, but that's the main thing. Right, now I will quickly show you what I'm doing with the signatures. Now usually I use a full sheet of A4. So yesterday we was on a tea dyeing session. Now what I've done, because it's a small journal, I mean this literally is a small journal compared to what I usually do. It's only, I've decided on that, it's only about 12 centimetres by just over 15.5. So yeah, it really is only a small journal. Right, I am going to, I will use this. All I do, I love how the papers come out this time. I've got marks on it, I've got like, yeah, like the stains on it. Some of them are darker than the others. You know, I really do like how it, I mean, look, it's got like these T-bits. I think it's just how the paper has been done. It's because it's a different brand of paper that I've used. It's still 100 GSM because I always like to use sort of biggish paper. Heavier paper, I mean. I know what I meant. Right, all I do is fold the first one and then get my paper cutter in. Get it in. Okay, and then just, where have I done my clip? Here it is. And then just sort of make sure it's level. Put a bulldog clip at the end just so it doesn't move. Feed it through. And then on the fold is where we're going to cut it. So just line it up. Yep, it's about there. Because there's no point me trying to measure it because A4 paper is never an even size. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, I'm not going to do all of them because I just want to show you just what I'm going to do with these. Put that over there. And then all I do is I then get my paper and then fold it again. Like so. And that is the size of the signature. I think it works out because I'm going to have to trim the edge. Well, say I'm going to trim the edge. I don't know because I usually trim down there to give it a neat edge because obviously when you put sort of a wad of paper together, I'll show you what I mean in this one. If you put, let me use this one because I ain't got a post-it in. Right, I put the paper together and obviously it's not even just here. Now usually I trim that to give you a nice straight edge so that all the papers are level. But the thing is, I kind of like how this is looking because the paper, like I say, when when I dyed it, it's gone really wrinkly and it looks really, really good. The bottoms obviously have got a straight edge because that's how it's been cut. That's fine, but the tops have got a wrinkly edge and these have got a wrinkly edge. So when it's in the journal, obviously imagine it's all stitched in. This is how it's going to look. And I just thought that for me, for a change, you know, it's more natural. It's, you know, it's not, I don't know if you can see, it's not going to be sort of all straight. It's sort of a bit raggedy, and I thought, well, I mean, this one's the mushroom one, because I like, this is a nice brown linen. It's like clothes linen. I had it for years, and I thought this would be quite nice. I'm going to put, you know, a picture of something on the front, and hopefully it's going to be a hidden thinner, you know, for the signatures. I'm going to enclose it in, which will make it even better because I don't do many of them now. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to trim these. So all these journals are going to be like that, and that's something different. So that's how we're going to do it. And I will, you know, I will sort of do the process. Obviously I'm not going to sit here folding the paper and showing y'all, but I will be doing one of the journals sort of like step by step, and maybe incorporate some of the other bits into it. Fingers crossed, that's my plan. What else was there? There was one other thing before I sort of start, because like I said, it was only sort of a quickish video to sort of show you what I'm doing and how I do a journal with fabric. I forgot to mention in my last video, and I feel so bad because I've had this for a few weeks. I received the most amazing happy mail. Yeah, it was brilliant, and whoever's been watching me, I don't know who it's from, and I thank you so much. I have an inkling who it might be from, but I'm not saying, because you know, if I'm wrong. But when I was on about my punch, when I done my little dangles, and I said about the hole on my crocodile didn't cut, and that's another thing that in a later video I will be telling you about that, because I've got news about that. Yeah, I said about the, you know, it sort of basically chews your paper up. So what I've done, sorry, I've got a bit of double-sided stuck to my ring, doesn't feel good. Yeah, so you know, when it chews your paper up, it's not good. So my lovely fan, as they said, got me a hole punch, and it's so cute. The hole is perfect. I mean, I tried it on the card itself, and oh, I absolutely love it, and that is just the perfect size. So thank you so much. That I thought was absolutely amazing. That was brilliant. That is definitely going to get some use. But to make it even better, I received the most amazing washi tape. It is oriental and I absolutely love it. It is fantastic. It's so pretty. Even the packaging's beautiful on the back. But look at that. Isn't that just amazing? I love the colours. I mean, I love anything that's oriental, anything, especially Japanese. It's, you know, I love that. And I love the red. I mean, look at this one. I don't want to open it, that's why I'm just showing you the packet. I don't want to open these. But isn't that just amazing? I absolutely love it. And then what? I'm so glad you could done this. I've got some replacement blades for my trimmer. I'm so glad you got them, because I'm on my last one. I was trying to cut some tea-dye paper this morning and it decided to chew it up. I love it when it does that. You think you're doing so well and you end up with like these rips because it's just gathered it all at one end. But oh my god, I mean, I absolutely love this. Yeah, thank you, whoever you are. Thank you so much. Yeah, I get all emotional when I get things like this, because, you know, I don't expect to get happy mail or anything like that. I'm doing these videos because I like, basically I like to waffle. That's me. I like to talk a lot. I always have done. Not always a good thing. But yeah, I just want to be me. And I hope that's what you sort of see, and what is sort of, you're really clever if you can see that. No, what you can hear. But you know what I mean. I just, you know, I like doing these things, and I do struggle, and I do say, you know, I'm not having a great day, I'm struggling with this, or I'm not feeling brilliant, I'm feeling down or whatever. But you know, I don't want to make the videos all about that. I'm trying to make it, you know, these are the things I want to be making. So anyway, sort of, you know, by the by with that one. But I want, you know, this is amazing, and it really does touch my heart when you do these sort of things. And thank you, you know, like I say, whoever you are, thank you so much. But yeah, they're beautiful. I absolutely love them. I didn't even know you could get washi tape like this. I don't actually, to be truthful, I don't look at washi tape that much. Mainly I think that could be, if I did, that could be a real downfall for me. Because I know that there is some nice pattern stuff, so I try not to, you know, this year I've really been trying to be good and not been buying anything. It's so hard, so hard. But anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on and boring you now. I will be back. I'm not going to tell you days when I'm coming back, because if I don't come back, then I'm annoyed with myself because I haven't done the video. But yeah, that's where we're going with. Let me put these back in my box. Yeah, that's where we're going with the journals. So we've got three. We're going to have 3 journals on the go. Well, we have 3 journals on the go. So we've got the butterfly one, which is quite good. See, the paper's not too bad on this, because this is the tea dye paper that I'd done last year sometime. And it had been in, I put it in my press, but the other stuff I've not, because I only done it yesterday. And I kind of like how that has turned out. So, but I'm definitely not, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm going to be a rebel with this one. I'm not going to do it. But yeah, so we've got that one, and then we have that one. I've kept with sort of neutral kind of colours because I just think it, you know, it looks nice for a change. So anyway, that's it for now. Yeah, like I say, I will be back, and hopefully it won't be very long before I am back. So yeah, so I hope everybody's, you know, okay and taking care of yourselves. So I will be back soon. So bye for now. Bye.